Life is easy and it's fun when you know how to play it. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, to illustrate the message of this video, I'm going to first start off with a personal story, and then I'm going to go into a story from a viewer and just show you what it is that prevents us from having the life that we want and how we move into living the fun, easy life that we came for. No matter what the circumstances are, you could be anywhere. Does not matter. You can come back into alignment and into a physical life that you are absolutely thrilled with. You have that power. You are the creator of your reality, and every bit of this universe is behind you to serve and support you and have everything you want. And it's only you that blocks you from receiving it. So let's look at this. So I play tennis. I have a tennis court here. I've played for many years. Taught two of my boys how to play tennis. My youngest is here, and he's playing with me, and he's gotten pretty good. Hasn't beaten me yet, but he's getting closer. Anyway, his girlfriend wants to play, and he was giving her some pointers, but he just wasn't really able to give the kind of instruction to help her to learn how to play the game. I've taught some different people how to play, and so I have with my court here. I have a tennis ball machine, which makes it really easy because then I can set that up and get a repetitive ball in play for helping people learn the form, the proper tennis form. So she was getting to the point of this image. She was very discouraged about not being able to really play and hit the ball and in any way that was really any kind of fun. And so today I went out with her and we set up the machine. And I had given her just some verbal points before, and I hadn't really gone out and spent any amount of time with her to do anything. I was just letting my son work with her. And anyhow, she just wasn't making the kind of progress that was really fun for her. So I went out with her and spent, 45 minutes. Went through the ball machine, probably about 150 balls. And just gave her some pointers on the form before any balls, on the swinging, the grip, body stance, foot movement, moving into the shot. And so I started the machine up and she started to hit. And so she was remembering, and I was giving her instruction as she was swinging. I was reminding her of what I had said to her. And so she knew when I said it, what I meant. So she was correcting on the fly. The balls kept coming in intervals automatically. She kept going. After she got through a couple rounds with the machine, it was an amazing transition how well she hit the ball. And so what was the difference, right? Because she was feeling like this. After 45 minutes, she was feeling like this. She was just thrilled with the experience versus when she started. And what did she do? Well, it was kind of like a going to school. And she was interested. She wanted to learn, and she was listening and following the instruction. And she's got a ways to go, but she can see now that she has made huge progress. And there's more of the game that she's got to learn and everything, which will happen over weeks. But she could see that with the instruction that caught her in what she was doing that wasn't serving her in terms of her swing and position and that kind of thing, that it just didn't allow her to play the game in any way that was easy or fun. She was ready to give up. And that's, again, this face. And so that's where a lot of us get to, when we want to have things in life. We want it to go. We want the way that we want it to go. And, we're just not getting any movement on things. And, we get into that place where, what's the use? I've tried everything. I've done this, I've done that, and nothing's changing. So what I have to offer in terms of not only tennis training, but also in mind training, in thought training, in empowerment, in personal empowerment, so we can start to use our powerful thinking mind, because it's the thing that's running our life. And if you don't learn to use your powerful thinking mind taking charge of your conscious mind, which also gives you charge of your subconscious mind, then it's going to be like this. You're going to get disappointed. You're not going to have the kind of fun. You're not going to have the kind of flow in life that you want to have. You've got to get the education. There's no quick technique. There's no give me 5 minutes. Brian, tell me how this works. A 30-minute, 20-minute video. There's more to it than that, people. You just got to understand there's just more to it. The mastery of your conscious thinking mind, choosing your thoughts, it's an education. It's one we did not get growing up, and it's time to get it. And there's no quick shortcut. As Maharishi said, the description of a destination is no shortcut for the road that leads to it. And so what he was saying is, you have dreams and you have desires and you want your life to be a certain way, but there's no shortcut to get to it. You've got to understand how to learn how to use your powerful thinking mind. Okay, so with that in mind, let's now go into a viewer comment, a note I got from a viewer. So they're living in an apartment, and they've got some low vibration going of some sort because lack is going on in their life and the finances aren't flowing. And so now an option came open that they could move back home with their parents. And but did they take a low vibration with them or not? So we would know that. So were they cleaning up some low vibration before they got there? Well, we're going to see in the story. The story will tell us if they did or not. You see, we're high vibration beings, but if we got low vibration beliefs, then our energy is kind of smothered. Our high vibration energy is kind of restricted, altered, twisted, whatever word you want to use there, but it's not the high vibration that we are. It's low vibration stuff. So clearly this person had some low vibration going on about abundance for sure, and potentially always self-worth is in there. Anytime there's a lack, you always want to look at self-worth and see how that is, because that interferes with everything. Now we know, or at least we want to know, or we want to think we know, or we'd like it to be that families are loving units and everybody gets along and everybody supports each other, and it's a really stable place to be where everything is supported and everybody's respected and everything. That's what we'd like to think a family is. But you can decide for yourself if that's what your experience is or what you see around the world. From the clients that I have and what I see in the work that I do, it's not always like that because of many reasons, but a few reasons that are based on vibration is that, well, we grow up out of alignment. So even in a family where people say dysfunctional family, well, you could say a misaligned family. So if we're all out of alignment to some degree, then clearly our family unit's going to be out of alignment, just like relationships, friendships, and everything else. You can't have an alignment relationship, no matter what it is, if you've got people that are out of alignment. It just isn't going to be that way. So clearly this person is going back into a situation, and is it in alignment? Well, let's look. So they go back in the note that they sent to me, and apparently there's a family member there that's wreaking havoc in this physical world, that their behavior is just unpleasant in many ways. It's a very unpleasant situation. And so we know that the person must have had low vibration going into the situation, because the law of attraction cannot put you in a situation that's low vibration if you're high. So you know you got to be low when you end up in a low vibration situation. Now you could be on the way to cleaning it up, but it's still dominant. The low vibration is still the dominant vibration. So clearly, from the things that this person said in their note, it is absolutely 100% clear that they have some low self-worth, self-image, self-love, all of that kind of thought going on. And also, by the way they're talking about the family member, there's a low vibration story going on there big time. And the focus is there big time. And so this is what's going on. So the conflict is there, the physical conflict, because it's the low vibration energy is externalizing itself, it's manifesting, and then the people are reacting to it, and they're engaged in the same behavior, and then they're talking to the law of attraction, the same energy, and you can just see the cycle that's going on. So how do we get out of that cycle? And that's basically, I mean, what the note's about is asking me, how do we get out of that cycle? And so the only way out of that cycle is you got to think your way out of the cycle, because you thought your way into the cycle, because it's your energy that brought you into the cycle, into the situation, and it's going to be your energy that takes you out of it. Now, there are things you can do temporary things in the physical plane to help get some relief while you work on that energy. But make no mistake, when you're in a situation, it's your energy that took you into it, and it's your energy that's going to take you out of it. So you always want to say the phrase, well, I don't like this situation, so what am I doing with my energy that puts me in this situation with these people in this way? All right? Total ownership, total empowerment, total responsibility. Now you're in a position where you can start to change your energy. But if you're telling the stories, if you're blaming people, if you're judging people, guess what? You're in the cycle and you're not going to get out. You're going to spin and spin and spin. And that momentum will keep going and the situation will get worse. There's no bottom to the momentum. It will keep going until there's a break in one way or another. It will not stay, you could say, tolerating. You don't really tolerate things like you think you tolerate things, like, oh, I'm just going to put up with it and, it's not that bad, or I can deal with it or whatever. But it's not. Something else is happening. There's momentum going on there. There's something else going to happen. Maybe a breakout in your health. Maybe some physical situation that is very nasty. There's going to be some further fallout. The negative energy does not stay static when it's like that. It picks up momentum. Now it works good in the other way as well. That's why we want to go on the other side and get the momentum going, so that we get things working and working better and working better. But if we stay in that blame, judging, low self-worth, low vibration story cycle, then it is going to go down, down, down. And the things that show up, you don't know. As they say, you can stand in front of a moving train, but you don't get to decide what happens when it hits you. Things are going to fly. So that's the way it is with negative energy. You can offer it, but when it comes back, you are not going to like it. It is going to be the rodeo ride and the train wreck. So let's be clear about that. So how do we get out of it? How do we get out of this situation and into one that we really want to be in? So we've got to get the education. Actually, let's go back here. This person is somewhere between this low vibration place and somewhere in stages 1 to 3, because they are considering watching my videos and understanding, or at least considering digesting some of the content, so getting some of the understanding that we are the creator of our reality and how it all works. So there's somewhere they're not completely just living a low vibration life with feeling powerless and no way to get out. There's at least the potential or the possibility that there could be a way out of this vibrationally. But that's no substitute for the education that it takes to move your energy and get over to this place over here. So this person is somewhere in stages 1 to 3, where stages 1 is the education of my books. Stage 2 is the demonstration to give you some trust in the process, that when you do easy intentions and they show up and you don't do anything, when you have an intention with no resistance, it shows up. After a little while, okay, there's some powers going on here in the universe that are doing some work for me to deliver what I want when I have no resistance. And then stage 3, you're using all of that knowledge to then to identify and deconstruct faulty beliefs, so that your energy is more often in its high vibration, moving up to the high vibration. And then you get into stage 4, where then you start to see flow. Things start to flow more in the ways that you want them to flow. And then trending manifestation, stage 6 and stage 7, where you get the manifestations, you receive the manifestations that you want. So that's what's going on here with this person, is that they're somewhere in stages 1 to 3, but they want to be really, quite frankly, in stage 7. And I had another note today from somebody who wanted to be in stage. Why am I not in stage 7, Brian? What's going on? I've been feeling good, and I've been going through my day peaceful, and don't have any resistance. So This person is not aware of resistance. You can't, if your vibration is high, then you're going to have a high vibration life. There's nothing to stop it. You see, the creative process shows us it's natural for everything to come into your life when there's no resistance to block it, because the contrast causes the asking, causes the expansion, and if there's no resistance, then it flows right into your life. So the creative process made it automatic for us to have the wonderful, fun, easy life. But if we're blocking it with resistance, then we can't receive it. So anybody that says, why isn't my life the way I want it to be? I'm doing all the things that I should have the life that I want. Well, they clearly are not. They clearly did not graduate here. They didn't get the full understanding, the full education, and put it to use to deactivate those faulty beliefs and clean them up. See, a lot of people think that feeling good is it, and feeling good is authentic. Feeling good can only happen when you're rid of all the faulty beliefs. So then you have unconditional and conditional feel good. That's the only time really true authentic feel good can happen at that level of high vibration. So many people think, well, I'm feeling good, and they're not considering, well, I've got faulty beliefs that are running interference, and they don't do the work to identify them and clean them up. They just think that they're feeling good, but and you might be in the present moment, but your faulty beliefs are still broadcasting, and they're still influencing your life, and they're still dictating what's going on. Until you clean them up, that's not going to change. So clearly, both of those people are somewhere in stages 1 to 3 here, wanting to be in stages 4 to 7, but just haven't done the work yet to get there, haven't cleaned up the energy yet to allow them to flow in there. So let's go back here. So how do we do this? So this is really a stage. Some stage 3 work has to be done there, but in order to do the stage 3 work, the deconstruction of faulty beliefs, you have to have stages 1 and 2 in hand so that you can do the work. So when you know how to do it, then you look at that situation and you look at it totally different. You move from a place of this kind of attitude, right? Ready to fight, judge, blame, all the rest of it. And, you have sort of the light bulb face, like, oh, wait now, I don't have to do this anymore. This is a choice. I could behave this way and say these things, or I could realize that my thoughts and my beliefs are out of alignment, and so I'm inviting this kind of thing. It's my energy that puts me here. The other people in the situation are the way they are. But if I can elevate my vibration, regardless of what they're doing, which will cause the law of attraction to put me to a place where I want to be based on the path that my inner being has set up, because it already knows what I want, because I'm living in this contrast that I do not like, which means what I want is ready for me to receive. So if I will change my thought energy and get my beliefs in order and in supporting what I want, then I will be moving in that direction. But if I keep letting physical reality lure my thoughts into this blaming, complaining, old stories about the way people are and how my life is, I'm not going anywhere, because I've got to change the energy. So I say, what's good about this, right? There's a great question. What's good about this? Because no matter what the situation is, and I don't care what situation you give to me, there is something good about it from the broader perspective. There always is, and that's why you want to know the creative process, because if you don't have it, you will not have that creative process perspective. You will not be able to see the good perspective of it. But if you have it, you're going to be able to see what's good about it at a different level. So you catch yourself saying a statement like, my family member is, right? And now you're telling the old story about them. You're judging them. You're blaming them. You're criticizing them, whatever you're doing. And you got to stop right in your tracks and say, that's not true. Yes, their behavior is that, but how did I get here with them in this way? Okay, now we got some power back. Now we're not going out there about what they're doing. We're coming in here about what we're doing. What are we doing with our energy? They are only acting in relationship to my vibration. Okay, now we're turning the tide here. Now we're starting to send a different message to the law of attraction. So what is true is they are doing nothing to me. They are doing something for me. They are mirroring my energy. We are both low vibe, and law of attraction has put us together. Now, I can't change their energy, but I certainly can change mine. And so then the law of attraction will mirror something back to me that matches that energy. So, okay, let me start appreciating the awareness. of knowing that it's about my energy, and accept the situation on that basis, not accept the behaviors and the unpleasantness of it. No, not those details. Let me accept the contrast, the expansion, and the fact that this is reflecting my energy. Nobody's doing anything to me. They're just showing me what's going on. So now from that perspective, excuse me, you have some vibrational acceptance, and now you're more at ease, you're more settled. Okay, this is in my hands now. I can start to choose moment by moment my thoughts. They're not doing anything to me. This way, when I know that, I can stop the judging, stop the fighting, stop the blaming, stop all that kind of stuff. What is in my vibration is what's going on. That's what lets me take steps to change the way that I'm thinking, change my energy, and get a different result. And while I'm doing that, I can take some measures in the physical world to mitigate the effect, the unpleasant effect of these details, whatever I can do there to mitigate those. But even if I pack my bags and move out of here and go to the next place, it's going to be the same thing. If I move to another country, it's going to be the same thing because my vibration is going to follow me. So I've got to clean up my vibration for this to change in any permanent way. But I can take some temporary steps to get some relief while I'm doing that work. So I can focus on the positive aspects of this situation. As we know, we can always find positive aspects, even if it's just the awareness of the contrast and the knowing that something better is on the way. There's always those two positive aspects, but you could see some other positive aspects. Usually there's some other ones that you can see in there. And you can tell a new story about the people that you're around. You can look past their behaviors into the fact that they're a pure positive energy being, and you can see some light in them. Their inner being sees it. Their inner being sees past it. You can see past it. And I want to be experiencing this new story. Talk about what it is that you would like. Okay, so now you have changed your complete energy, right? And if you keep doing that, then what's going to happen is your elevation is going to start to come back because you're not having that resistance that's pulling it down, and it's going to go up, and your life is going to start to change to reflect that as you do that. Now, not tomorrow, probably even not next week, but within 30 days, if you do this consistently, it's very likely that that's enough to change what momentum is going on, to see at least some flow change. See some kind of physical world indication that things are changing. And as long as you don't get drawn back in to that physical reality and let it lure you in, suck you in, make you think it's real, make you think it's doing something to you, make you think you're not good enough, why can't you have something better? You just can't let that physical world, which is a manifestation of your energy anyway, and it's literally vibrationally something you ask for, and then to look at it and let it dictate to you the thoughts that you're going to have. It just makes no sense to do that. It's just ridiculous, like I say, going to a restaurant, you order off the menu, they bring it, and they bring you exactly what you want. You don't bark at them because they brought you what you want. That would be ridiculous, right? So this is really the same thing. And so we want to know that, and then do these things that I just said to take these thought steps, change our thoughts about it in all ways, as I mentioned, and get the energy conversation with the law of attraction being something different. So then it's going to start to get a more dominant vibration that's more of what you want. That's going to happen gradually, not in an instant. So again, what would I like to see happen? And describe that. What would I like to see happen? So that's that part of the story. That is your vibrational reality that's on the way to you. So when you say that, you can know that that is on the way to you. Future casting. That was a word that I had working with one of my clients this past week. I thought it was a great word. Future casting. And that's what your imagination is. That's what your vibrational reality is. And you can do it. And that's part of your high vibration, to get out of the situation, to vibrationally get out of the situation. Also, what is my value? You absolutely must identify your value and why you're worthy to have everything you want, what your value is, your gifts and your talents, your passions, to express them. The world is demanding you, has demands of you because of who you are. Just out of the box, you're in demand. So you got to identify your value. And clearly in this situation, this person has work to do in both the stories and the self-worth part. And then it will change, and they will exit. Law of attraction will exit them from this situation, unless everybody in the whole house cleaned up their vibration at the same time. Then it could be this loving family situation, right? But it's going to be one or the other. But you can't control what they do if they're cleaning up their energy, but you can certainly control yours and get yourself to exit out of here via the law of attraction, and your inner being will pull you right out of that situation. So that is the way that you live the fun and easy life. You have to know how to play the game. You have to know that when it's feeling rough, it doesn't feel like you want it to feel, that you've got to get first the education of how to use your mind in the powerful way that you can to choose the kinds of thoughts that bring you into the life that you want to come into. So it doesn't matter. I use this situation, but this could have been a financial situation. This could have been a business situation. This could have been a personal relationship situation. It could have been any situation, and I would have really talked about it in the same way. So just look at the way I talked about this, and you're going to know exactly how it is that you can live your fun, easy life. And if you don't take the steps to do that, then you're going to have a life that is not the way you want it to be. And you're not going to understand why it's that way. And you're really not going to be able to do anything about it. You got to go to school. You got to get the mind training. You got to be the master of your mind. And when you're the master of your mind, your vibration, then you're going to have your thought energy going through the day on all matters where it's a high vibration. And then you're going to be allowing things to flow to you. See, all the manifestations will be byproducts. This person in this situation, they're not thinking about manifesting a better life. If they are, then they're not going to go anywhere, because number one, we don't do any manifesting. We choose our energy, and the law of attraction takes care of the manifesting. So if this person will do as I said to do, then they will get their energy in alignment, and they will be the recipient of a path that actually brings them into a life that they want. It's a receiving thing. We don't manifest, we receive the manifestation. Be very clear about that. All right, so that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.